What's up, guys? Let's get into the video. I know first off my computer's making a loud noise and my dog is making a loud noise too. First off, I want to say sorry for last week. There wasn't a lot of good editing on my part, mostly because I was at a wedding. Odie, knock it off. I was at a wedding and I didn't want to do it. So thank goodness Trent did it. Trent did a good job. Please let Trent know how good of a job he did. He had me laughing from the beginning. We got Thursdays off. Thursdays are my video days. I'm gonna work on the script, stuff like that, and we're gonna have fun. But with my Thursdays off, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I could try to do TikTok. I could try to do baseball. From the beginning, you know I was cheering for a team. From the beginning, it was the Rays. The Rays, baby. They're going all the way to the championship, the World Series, and you know it. Cheer for the Rays with me. There's going to be a lot more effort put into the video editing, and we're going to have a good time. So let's go ahead, get on to the recap. We always have to start with the owner of the week, and this week we also have the loser of the week in the same matchup. So we have Ben versus Devin. Ben beat Devin so bad. He almost won by 100 points. That has to be a record. It was insane the amount of points he put on. Ben, you could have destroyed anyone this week, but you decided to do it to Devin, who put up the least amount of points this week. Right now, it looks like Devin is the early favorite to get the punishment. He's the only 0-5 team out there right now. We still have 11 weeks. Anything can happen. Hopefully your luck turns around, Devin. It looks like Eli had a bye week this week, or he had Trent's bye week this week. Eli beat Jacob for Jacob's first loss on the season. Adam Thielen is the #1 wide receiver so far this year, and I guess Eli is hooked on it. Eli's kicker gave him 20 points. That has to be a record this year. Your kickers usually don't score that much. But then I looked and Curcio's kicker had 15 points. So I guess it really didn't matter. So I heard Alex was talking to Tom this week, and when he saw Tom, he said, "I knew you were trouble when you walked in." Alex's put it in reverse, Terry lost to Tom's Taylor Swift fan club. And Patty Mahomes seemed to be the MVP for his team this week. He had 29 points. But both teams are not safe from the What Were You Thinking award. On Alex's side, he sat both Myles Gaskin and Jamison Crowder. Tom did sit Mike Williams, who put up 25 points. They're on your bench for a reason, and that's all I got to say about that. I don't think you guys are ready for this rant. All right, I played Josh, and it was the worst luck I could ever have ever. So each week I'm giving out an award called Bad Luck Brian, and it's either going to go to me or Trogue. This week I'm going to get it. So let me tell you about this. I'm not looking at the script or anything. I had Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook had 17 points in the beginning of the half. So the first half he had 17 points. Comes back, first play of the third quarter, he hurts his adductor. I don't even know how you hurt your adductor. But anyway, he goes out, he doesn't come back in. He was on pace for 34 points, and if he would have had a few touchdowns, that would have been 50 points. So I should have won this one. And also, I started Greg Olsen because the stupid Monday night game, they said Jared Cook was a game time decision. I would have played Jared Cook if he was, tell us if they're healthy before the Sunday games. It's not that hard. It is not that hard, Saints. You gotta, help me out here. And then on Josh's side, he had Jonnu Smith. Jonnu had a big game, but he also had an illegal touchdown. Ryan Tannehill was way over the line of scrimmage when he caught it. Odie's even mad. It makes no sense. I should have won this week. But the bad thing is, I would have beat 7 other teams anyway this week. So if I was paired up with pretty much anyone else, I would have won. Also, whoever dropped Cole Beasley, you're stupid. John Brown was out. He was in Josh's lineup. He went to the waiver wire. He's like, oh, I can add Cole Beasley. And he added Cole Beasley, and that's another reason he won. So whoever dropped him, you should have kept him. Just help the commish out. You get a good report from me, you'll do good in the league. So Matt continues his impressive record this year. He comes to 4-1 with a win over Brian. This was a very uneventful game. Kyler Murray, he was the best player out of this matchup. It didn't matter. He was on Brian Trogus' starting lineup, but he still lost 95-76. But there is promise for Brian. There's A.J. Brown. He played a really good game on Tuesday, but it didn't matter because he was on your bench. What were you thinking, Trogue? Mike Davis is playing out of his mind. If you ask me right now, he is worth the $60 fab that was put in for him. Even though he could have gone for $11, he may even cut Christian McCaffrey's playing time, which is a bad thing for Squid ultimately in the end. But it didn't matter this week. CMC still out, Mike Davis still in. And with that, Squid beat Trent. And I'm looking at Trent's roster. He has one running back, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And I guess that's what happens when the second running back you pick is Corey Clement. Come on, Trent. You can do better than that. So we're going to start a new waiver section. This week was a big week in waiver wire pickups. So we're going to go over the fab. Alex got Alexander Madison. His name is Alexander Madison. Alex got Alexander Madison for $55, and he beat bids from Devin, me, Trent, Curcio, Tom, and Matt. So that was 7 players who put in bids for him. I have 27 left. I put all of it on Alexander Madison, but yeah, it didn't matter. Alex got him, and he's gonna ball out this week if they do play. Next up, we have Travis Fulgham. He went for $30. Jacob Curcio. There was 2 other players that put in for him. It was Trent and it was Devin. Devin expressed his concern in the group me, doing the Kim Kardashian meme. That's a good one. And then Tom chased Claypool. That was a good one. He put $28 in, and I see what he did there. He put 28 because he knew I had 27, so he's like, oh, I'm just gonna want to be amazed because he'll put 27 on it fully. But yeah, he did the right thing. I put 12 on him. Devin, Alex, and Squid also tried to put it on him.
Hey guys, so most of you probably saw that Eli and I traded Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson this week. That whole trade was definitely initiated by him. He actually asked me last week if I would be willing to trade the two, and I told him no, not yet. Lamar was playing pretty decent, and I wanted to see Watson play at least one game under his new coach before I was going to trade them. And then Lamar kind of flopped last weekend. He only had like 13 points. And I was just kind of tired of his inconsistency. So I asked Eli if he was still willing to do the trade. He said yes. So we traded them. Basically, I was kind of just tired of Lamar's, like, he would have really good weeks, and then he just, like, have not, like, 13, 14-point weeks. And I really just prefer, for a quarterback, someone that can be more consistent, which, looking at Deshaun's scores over the past couple weeks, he definitely has been. So hopefully that consistency will continue, because that's really what I'm looking for in my quarterback. And really, I guess, why I agreed to that trade.
Let me tell you 3 things about Trogue. He watches a lot of YouTube, plays a lot of Madden, and takes a lot of naps. Fantasy football is not very high on his list. He gets blown out every single week in our redraft league. When your best player is Devontae Freeman, that is pretty sad.
Squid, I know what you're thinking. This guy's 1-4, he's just gonna tank. Well, let me tell you something. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of being the laughingstock of this league. And you may be fighting for the first of your division. I'm fighting for just to stay alive. There is no way that I'm going to let you or anyone else dunk on me over and over and over again. I am done. I am ready. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, sure, you've lost your first round pick in Saquon Barkley, but at one point do you just stop making excuses and just be a good team? I wish you a happy retirement from our league, and I look forward to beating you once again.